If you are running a business in the United States and sourcing internationally, your costs are changing. Even if your supplier quotes look stable, margin feels tighter, forecasts feel less reliable, negotiations feel more difficult, but there is no single dramatic event causing it. The real shift is structural. In 2026, global supply chains are not collapsing. They are quietly adjusting. Energy costs are moving. Freight patterns are evolving. Labor is changing. Financing is tighter. And most executives only notice the pressure after it hits their margin. Today, I want to break down the hidden cost shifts reshaping global manufacturing and how American leaders can respond calmly and strategically. Energy costs are more strategic than before. Manufacturing runs on energy, electricity, fuel, gas, transportation. When energy prices fluctuate in Asia, factories absorb some of it, but not all. Eventually, cost adjustments move into pricing. This does not always appear immediately. Sometimes it shows up 6 months later. If a factory's operating cost increases, even slightly, long-term contracts begin to feel pressure. Smart American executives now monitor energy trends globally because stable energy means stable pricing. Unstable energy means unpredictable cost behavior. Energy is no longer just an expense, it is a risk factor. Currency movement affects your real cost. Even if your supplier keeps the same unit price, exchange rates change your true cost. When the US dollar is strong, important goods effectively cost less. When the dollar weakens, the same order becomes more expensive. This shifts happens quietly. Over time, currency movement can erase negotiation gains. You do not need to become a currency expert, but you must understand this. If exchange rates moves, your margin moves. Smart leaders build flexibility into long-term agreements. They avoid looking into structures that assume permanent stability. Freight is stable, but not predictable. Shipping costs are no longer at crisis levels like during the pandemic, but they are fully predictable either. Port congestions, route changes, capacity cycles. Freight is more stable than before, but still sensitive. American companies must think differently about logistics. Instead of chasing the cheapest shipping rate, they build reliable into their system. Reliability protects margin better than small cost savings. Compliance costs are rising globally. Environmental standards, labor standards, documentation traceability. Factories across Asia are investing more in compliance. This increases their operating cost. Even if they do not immediately increase the price, the cost exists inside the system. If buyers aggressively squeeze pricing while compliance cost rises, supply margins narrows. Narrow margin reduces flexibility. Reduced flexibility reduces partnership stability. American executives who understand this build balanced relationships. Sustainable supplies are more valuable than temporary discounts. Financing costs affect production capacity. Interest rates impact factories too. When borrowing becomes expensive, expansion slows. Equipment upgrades pause. New production lines delay. If global demand remains stable but expansion slows, capacity tightens. Tight capacity increases price pressure. This is not dramatic, it is gradual. Executives must watch global financing trends because they influence production availability. Labor is changing, but so is productivity. Yes, labor costs in Asia have gradually increased, but productivity has increased as well. Automating is expanding, efficiency is improving. The real question is not wage level, it is output per worker. Many Asian factories are becoming more technologically advanced. American leaders must avoid outdated assumptions about low cost labor. Cost competitiveness now includes technology, not just wages. Inventory strategy is evolving. For years, just in time inventory dominated. Lean systems, minimal stock, high efficiency. But volatility changed thinking. Many US companies are increasing safety stock, holding more inventory, building regional warehouses. This increases cost, but reduces disruption risk. Inventory strategy is now part of cost structure. Executives must decide how much stability is worth. Automation is rising everywhere. Automation is not only an American advantage. Asia is investing heavily in robotics and smart manufacturing. Technology reduces dependency on low wages. This narrows the gap between regions. Competitiveness is becoming technology driven. Executives must monitor which regions are investing fastest in automation. That determines long term cost direction. How US leaders should respond. Instead of reacting emotionally to headlines, strong leaders review cost structure annually, track global energy patterns, understand exchange rate impact, negotiate flexible freight terms, protect supplier sustainability, build balanced long term agreements. Stability is not automatic, it is engineered. The global supply chains in 2026 is not unstable. It is recalibrating. Hidden cost shifts are happening quietly. Energy, currency, freight, compliance, financing, labor, and automation. American leaders who understand structural cost architecture will protect their margins. Those who rely only on negotiation pressure will feel compression. In global manufacturing, strength does not come from reacting to headlines. It comes from understanding structure. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thanks.